Hey everyone, Cole here with Inner Team Marketing. I wanted to make a quick video walking you through how to create callout extensions in Google Ads. So first things first, what is a callout extension? A callout extension is a small bit of text that displays, and I'll zoom in on this example here, underneath the descriptions that calls out a small value proposition that in the ad. They're 25 characters maximum, so not very long, and I think they can display up to 6. Usually you'll see around like 4 or so, maybe 2 in some situations, displaying in an ad, and they're frankly kind of hard to see sometimes because they blend in with the description since they're not bold or distinguished in any way stylistically from the description copy. In terms of use cases, we usually use callouts to feature copy that's not quite important enough to feature in the headlines or descriptions, but is still worth testing in the ads. Couple examples of types of callouts that we like to test would be features, services. So you could talk about you could mention different types of services that the brand offers in different callouts. I'll show you an example of that for this client that we're working on right now. They offer a project management app. So one callout could be project management tool. Another one could be another one of their features is task management. So we'll put that in there. And then finally, customer onboarding is another feature of theirs. So accolades, we've got one here, 4.96 stars on the App Exchange. And then calls to action. For them, we'll put their primary call to action here just as a test, book a demo. And offers, we don't really have one, or promotion. I guess for offer, we could put something like 30-day free trial. They do offer that. For value propositions, I'll show you an example from our website. So we usually like to test things like big KPIs. So 6x ROAS in 2 months might be an example of that. The other thing you can do, and I'll use a company that's not our client as an example. We'll just go with Asana. They're not our client, FYI. Yeah, so you could say 85% of Fortune 100 companies, used by 85% of Fortune 100 companies. Let the website do most of the talking for you. I like to test these 2 general value propositions or benefits. So we actually will test this one. Automate workflows. This is another feature of the company we're working with, so we'll put that in there as well. You're probably starting to get the idea. You want to keep these fairly short because the shorter they are, the more different callouts could possibly display. And yeah, you'll basically want to fill these out until you get to 20. That's the maximum that you can test in a campaign. If you want to test more, my hack for that is to add additional callouts at the account level and keep those active because they will display at a lower priority than the campaign level. I would then also add the account level active callouts to each campaign and pause them. You want to add all variations of callouts that you're adding at all levels to all levels and pause the variations that you're not going to keep active within each level, just so that you can monitor the performance of callouts at higher levels within the lower levels when they're paused. An example of that would be if we had resource management at the account level and had that active. If we added resource management to the campaigns and paused it, we could then monitor the performance of that call out at the campaign level while it's active at the account level. You'll want to review call out extension performance after you create them. I like to do this once a week, and I'll quickly show you how to review call out extensions. So you'll go to assets, go to callouts. This will show you all of the different callouts that are active in your campaigns. And then you can sort by your primary KPI. So in our case, that's SQLs for this client, and sort the report by SQLs and go through the different callouts that are active. I'll actually sort by cost per SQL to start and pause down the underperformers. I like to look at the primary KPI first, and then I'll have a look at secondary KPIs and pause down assets that have significantly lower click-through rates than average. These are all under 30%, so I'm pausing those. And then these are all above $62 per SQL, so I'm pausing those as well. And voila. Now, more traffic is going to be sent to call out assets that are performing better, right? Pause this as well, since it's only 14% click-through rate. All of our best assets are in the 30s. Sweet. So hopefully that makes sense. That is, in a nutshell, how to create and review callout extensions. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in the video and I'll try to help. If you found this video valuable, please like and subscribe. Have a great day.